Okay, this is a Minecraft tutorial, how to survive your first night, and I'm just gonna pop into single player here and create a new world. This is my LP world, and I'm just gonna not use a seed, saving chunks. I love that. Oh, whoa, sorry for the lag. Does that for a little bit right at the beginning of a new world, at least for me. So what you're gonna want to do is, right when you get into world, you want to find some trees. For me, in this case, it wasn't that hard. There were already a whole bunch. Usually there will be. Just start punching it. Hold down the left click button, and you do a little break. Space jump. And just hold that, and as it breaks down, you'll collect wood. You'll see it in your hotbar down at the bottom middle of my screen and your screen. You'll want a little bit of wood, maybe eight blocks. It doesn't really matter between birch and pine. You'll be able to tell the difference between those by their color. They will stack separately, but they work the same way, just a different appearance. You just want to punch this wood, get about 2 trees worth. And once you've got that, you want to pop into your inventory. In your inventory, you hit I, and this thing will pop up here. This will be your character. I have a skin on mine. Yours will probably be someone with a blue shirt. If now to start this is your basic crafting space. To start it all out, just take some wood, pop it in there, and you'll see wooden planks come out into the bin over here. Just start to click them once, and you can store it, or you can click it as many times as there's wood, and it'll all come in your hand. You can place it there. Now, this is where it doesn't really matter between birch and pine. The moment you do this, you can put them together. So we're going to need some basic tools, and however, this crafting space is not going to be enough. So you take these wooden planks, and put one in each of the corners of your crafting square, and a little workbench will appear. Put it down here. This is your inventory, this area here. This is your hotbar down here, separated by this bar, slightly thicker than the rest of the little bars. Now, to place an item, you want to right-click there, and just place the workbench down. And to use the workbench, just right-click on it again. We're going to need some sticks. So just place it here, and place another thing here. 2 wooden planks right on top of each other, and you'll see 2 wooden planks yield 4 sticks. Let's just take a couple of those, maybe 16. That's about right. Maybe 20. 20 isn't even. That's nice. And right away, it'll be nice to have a wooden pickaxe, and to craft things, you generally draw the basic shape. So you do 3 wooden planks across the top, and later you'll be able to upgrade these past wooden planks as your building material to stone, iron, diamond, so forth. And then 2 down here. So the sticks are the handle, and the planks are your actual pick part, and it'll yield 1 wooden pick. You can't stack tools such as picks and whatnot. What also might help you out here is place it like that in an L shape almost, but an upside down, I guess. And put 6 down here for the handle again, and you'll yield 1 wooden axe. And when night comes around, creepy things come out, monsters, such as spiders or skeletons with crossbows and so forth. So you'll need a way to defend yourself. You could just punch them, but it's not as effective if you put 1 stick here for the handle and 2 wooden blocks up for a sword. All tools just yield one. You'll never have a stack of tools as you get them out. And another thing that might be helpful for dirt or sand or gravel is if you do 2 sticks for the handle and 1 wooden block at the top for a shovel. Right, now that we have our basic tools, we can continue, and to collect the workbench, just break it down, just hold the left click, and you'll begin to hit it, and it'll break, you'll see it's there, you just walk over it to collect it. Right there's some mushrooms. Later, I'll get into, in one of my later tutorials, how to make food out of mushrooms, and so on and so forth, but right now we could use some more wood, just a little bit, about 1 more tree's worth. Just get out your axe, and you'll see it's substantially faster with the axe than it is just punching wood. Help you save time, because you have a limited day cycle. There is a day and night cycle. I apologize for the lag again. It's not usually this bad, but okay. Next thing you're gonna need, you're gonna need to find some stone or some coal. Now, if I find some coal, I'll show you what it looks like, but you can make charcoal from a furnace, which I'll explain to you later. And we're going to need to find shelter pretty quick here for tonight. Ah, there's some coal, right there. You'll see the stone is the grayish color in the background, the coal is the one with the blackish spots in it. And then, for coal, you can hit it with whatever you want, but it won't, coal or stone, it won't yield anything. Oh, you hear that noise? That groan is a zombie. He's down there inside the cave. They spawn anywhere it's dark. You want to be a little careful of that. But we're going to need some coal. You'll see, as I break the coal down with my pick, it yields 1 little coal piece. Now we're going to need coal to make torches so that we have light for the night. Light's very important. It makes sure zombies and other monsters and sort don't spawn near your house. Alright. Just get a little bit of coal. Oh god. Oh god. Well. Just for the sake of it, to get on with the tutorial, I'm going to go into options and change the difficulty to peaceful. So you'll see I start to regain health, and the zombie went away. I don't like doing that, but for the sake of the tutorial, to get through it faster, I will. Now, I think we have enough coal. We need to start finding a shelter. That's not gonna do because of... Now, you can always just start to dig into things. Ugh, my lag stops. I'll begin to dig into this wall here. Now, I know earlier I mentioned torches, and you're probably wondering why I haven't showed you. Well, torches, in fact, you can just craft in your inventory. Just put sticks on the bottom and coal on the top, and it'll yield 4 torches for each stick and coal. I'm going to need maybe 12 right now. I don't want to use up too much of my coal. Get out into inventory, just, your hotbar, you can access the different ones by the corresponding numbers, or if you're playing on a desktop with a mouse that has a wheel, you can use the mouse wheel. Now, because I'm having a little bit of difficulty right now with my lag and everything, I'm just going to save and quit. This happens occasionally on my Minecraft, where I have to exit and then go back in so I can place things. Do this really quick. And now that I'm out of that cave, I might as well, Oh, well that's pleasant. Dig in a little bit more then. Well, now that I'm out of that nasty little cave, dig into the side here, and I'm gonna put it back onto uh, easy or normal, whatever you please, but for the sake of tutorial, again, I'm going to put it on easy. Now, to make sure no zombies or anything come in here, I'm going to place down a block so that they can't get in. Now, I might get punched by a zombie if I'm too close, or shot by a skeleton because they have bows. That's why I'm going to dig into the side away from this window. You know, make a nice little cozy area that I can clear out and maybe get a little work done in the night. Now you'll see on my hotbar below my pick, it's degrading. There's a bar, along with my axe. My sword and my shovel don't because I haven't used them yet. So your tools do degrade, and the better tools you have, like stone tools or iron tools, degrade slower and are more effective. This is a decent size for now. This is just a hidey hole. We're gonna move tomorrow, so now this is a personal preference. You don't have to do it this way, but with my workbenches, I like not using up space, so I'll dig one below me, and then I'll take out my workbench, place it in the hole so that you can walk over it, do whatever. Then I'll right-click it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and replace some of my tools that are starting to degrade, and as well as my sword with stone tools. It's the same as the wooden tools, but instead of using wood, just use cobblestone, which you get from using your pick on stone. So I'm going to go ahead here and just hurry up and make some new tools. Pick. And a new axe. Take that new axe. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I explained earlier on the charcoal. In case you can't find coal, you can just build charcoal, or build a furnace by putting all stone around. And the furnace is a lot like the workbench in the sense that you place it down and then you access it whenever you place it. Telephone ringing. Excuse me. Okay, I had to cut out the recording for a little bit to go answer the phone. I'm not entirely sure where I left off. Go back to the game. Oof, lag a little bit. I think I was showing you how to make charcoal. That's it. You know, just place the furnace down the same way you place everything else. You just, well, right click. And have to do this again. And in case you were wondering, just remember I haven't told you that. When you need to get into the pause menu, it's escape. Gets you here. So it's back to game, achievements, statistics, options, and save and quit. So we'll go back to the game. Well, that doesn't sounds like, yep, it's raining. Don't worry, it won't put out your torches. Don't know if Notch plans on changing that. Now, to make charcoal, just go ahead and put a block of bark, the whole wood, not the wooden planks, but just wood, and put either sticks, another piece of wood, or some wooden planks in as fuel, and you'll see the fire come up and the arrow continue to go out. It'll burn it. And you can also use coal, but I'm showing you in case you don't have coal. That's how you make that. You have charcoal. Charcoal and coal stack separately. You can't use them. It's a lot like birch wood and pine.